At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Vibraville. Hope you had a great day. Man, it's great. I'm a farmer now, full time. We got our chickens, and I'm loving it. It's the first time I've ever had them, and just growing tons of stuff in the garden and just forgetting about crypto. I'm listening to, not forgetting about it, but I'm listening to content and podcasts and streams all day long, but just not sitting in front of my computer. It feels so good just being outside. But man, back to business, and we are so close, man. This market is just straight manipulated right now. There's nothing you can do. This is what happens. The institutions are here. This is what everybody wanted. Well, now we got it. And until something happens, retail's broke right now. People don't have money. 99% of people don't have money to just keep adding to the market. So until something comes with crypto taxes being cut for Americans, or American taxes, no crypto, income tax for people making 200K or less, scrap that. Something comes along like that, people instantly feel richer, right? People feel better. They start spending more. And now I think that's when you start to send the markets. But Bitcoin, people have this obsession with M2 liquidity. We're following M2 liquidity. I don't know. When I start hearing everyone saying the same thing, I feel like we're going to break from that. And this is where everyone is saying we're going to rock it up from here. I think we're going to correct a little bit. I think we might come down and touch 100 or 99 and then push back up. The first week of the month has always been bearish. Like I've been looking back for the last couple of years. The first week of every month, we always see chop or red. I don't know what it is. And then we move forward and we start to move up. So that's what I'm thinking right here. My top for Bitcoin, I think 140-ish, around there. I don't know how we get higher. The amount of money it's going to take to drive that price, and I don't know how Japan survives much longer. I really think Japan is going to break in the near future, and that's going to cause them to launch their CBDC. That's going to cause Ripple to be unleashed around the world. And once a certain country bank adopts a technology, the rest have to use it or they're done. You either catch up and adapt or you die. And that's what I see coming. Not a lot of people are going to tell you that, but I'm a contrarian here. I'm good on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on ETH. I think ETH is going to shock people and hit like 15K this cycle. And I think people are going to be traumatized from the meme coin experience and just how bad it's been, and people are going to sell too early. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this time is different. I don't think we're going to see the madness, the blow off top like we used to. I think we're going to just kind of keep moving up into the right. But with certain altcoins, that's where the explosion is going to be. You're going to be in the right narrative, in the right altcoins. It's not just going to be throwing darts this cycle where you're going to get those 100x games. It ain't coming. So be careful who you listen to out there. Pack your bags, buy the right shit. This is a blessing in reality. Ask our boy Luke. He's the one that gave me the whipped cream. He told me, he was like, bro, you want whipped cream, or you need nitrous for your whipped cream, you got to go to the doll shop. But like Luke right here, he had no XRP a couple months ago. And imagine if we started taking off to $10, $15, he'd be screwed right now. So the prices right here are actually a blessing. And Luke is right there to tell you that. And he will sleep much better at night. If you actually start looking into Ripple and see what they've been building, you can't ignore it. And people that are fudding it are just uneducated. They haven't looked into it. It gets to a certain point where you watch enough Richard Hart streams and you understand he's not a scammer. He's here to help people. It's the same thing with XRP. Same thing with Richard Hart. Same thing with Titan X and Jake Sharp. Oh, Jake Sharp's a scammer. Jake's a scammer. Oh, Jake's a scammer. Don't go near Titan X. I hear it all the time, but it's the furthest thing from the truth. And you start to see that all these different communities out here, it's just people. And we're all pretty much very similar. And the more that we stop this crazy fighting, the more that we all actually win. So I don't know when that change is going to be, but it's got to start. All of us got to be better at accepting other communities. It's just a friggin' crypto on our phone or in our wallet. But we get so tribal. It's so crazy over my coin's better. This coin sucks. That coin's. But when you're actually talking about a scam, that's a different story. And it's sad how many scammers are out here right now infesting the Pulse Chain community. And they're right out in the open. And people just pretend, or they're like, people that are on Twitter, like the social outcasts or something that need attention. So they'll look past people's intentions just to interact or something. I don't know what it is, but social media is crazy. It's a wild place, especially crypto Twitter. You got to be cut from a certain cloth to be able to handle that. I'm telling you. What up, Loco Toe? Goo God, what up? What up? Yeah, there he is. Uncle Dave stole my freaking charger. Coming to get it. It's next week, actually. This time next week, I'll be on my way back. What up, Julian? Appreciate you, man. Clintrons, let's go. XRP is going to create multiple cities of cope. Yeah, bro. It is. And I mean, there's only so much I can do. Like, I don't think people understand. All I do every day is crypto. Like, I wake up, I start researching crypto. I start talking about crypto in telegrams, in Twitter spaces, in AMAs, watching presentations from Maximus Crypto, from Red Pill Professional, from Wayne from DHN Network. He puts out such good video. Smoke on Twitter puts out some of the best alpha. Tokenizer. So much alpha. So if you follow the right people, there's so much incredible information that's out here. But people just ignore it. But not me. I'm here to just give you guys the gems. That's it. Look at virtuals. This popped off. This is all you heard about. Went from a penny, 2 cents to $4. It's a pretty damn good return. 400x. No, a penny to 400 something x off virtuals. Number 62 now. Well, we've been talking about DeSci. And now Dynex, that coin's been popping. It's up to almost 5 cents. We found that at sub 3. Research coin is dipping, so I'm about to buy more of that. And then Gugod's gem, Aeon, is now moving up too. It was at 20 cents the other day, and now we're up to 40 almost. Let's go. Let me put this on. All right, here we go. Now it starts cutting off. The internet just starts slowing down. Well, this is funny. So AI, it's actually all coded into the matrix. It was destiny to find this project. Whatever. I'm going to just let it chill. So the next virtuals is creator bid. Decentralized agent launchpad on Base and Binance. The first ever IDO on Binance wallet. And listed on Binance. Backed by Mechanism, whatever that is. But guys, I love this. I've been talking about Bill, the DeFi agent. Or DeSci agent. So if you want to just cheat and know what's going on, what Bill, the DeSci agent, does is he's partnered with a bunch of different projects in the DeSci community. So he goes around and finds the best information that he deems is relevant and just puts up tweets about it. So you can get an understanding on what's going on in the whole ecosystem just by following Bill Nye the DeSci guy agent. So Axon Dow is cooking up something big with Curing. Own your own biometric data. Let's see. So Bill, he just constantly is finding cool stuff. Major moves from Poseidon Dow. But where he's really active is in the Telegram. In the DeSci creators Telegram. He's constantly posted in there. You can ask him questions, and he's growing. The kid that built it, I follow his channel. He's super cool, dude. He's passionate as hell about it, and Bill's growing. And Creator Bid is the launch pad that actually endorses Bill. They're number 8 on here. And guess what number 2 is? Gugad's favorite project, Aeon. So I just started laughing when I saw this on here. I was like, no way. The number 2 project so far that's endorsed is Aeon from Creator Bid. And now I forget how it works, but you can earn bid tokens for endorsements on here. So it's like a whole community. And I just found it today. And I was watched a couple videos on it quick, but it's really cool, guys. And this I think this narrative is gonna be huge. Brian Armstrong loves it. CZ loves it. And they're promoting it. And you got to front run stuff. Like you have to buy stuff when no one else is talking about it if you really want the big gains. And I see a lot of different projects and very few catch my eye that I'm like, okay, I need to FOMO into this immediately. And Creator Bid is one of them at a $15 million market cap. 5.5 cents. You know, the circulating supply doesn't matter right now. Even though that's the one problem with it. The tokenomics, I got to look into that. But there's a new V2 that's coming out with Creator Bid here. And projects are chosen by the community. You vote with your bid. Okay, so you have to lock up bid tokens to vote. And you need 2 million to green light at launch. All right, so the community gets to vote. So that's how Aeon actually launched, is the community voted on it. Okay, that's how this happens. All right, so I'm learning new stuff every minute here. Launch structure that rewards long-term alignment. 37.5% of the supply is sold at a fixed price ecosystem at 100K fair FDV. 50% of the tokens go to contributions and bid holders via the Conviction Vault and Mindshare rewards. 12.5 deployed as liquidity across Base or Binance. The Algo Snipe. Unused funds from the sale pledges can snipe the first DEX buy, split the bid level, better entry prices, pro-rata distribution, and risk-shared upside. So it's just cool. And the fact that Aeon is on here, and we've been talking about that for a while. I was kind of holding it, and then it dumped down, and I bought a ton. I want to say like 14 cents maybe. What if it was that low? But now it's back up, and it's doing well. I think it's at just around 40 cents. But I really like Bill, too. That I own that coin, but I don't know why it doesn't. Sometimes it shows up. There it is. Sometimes it comes on here onto DEX Screener, and sometimes it like disappears. And I don't know why that is, but there's another gem for you right here. Creator Bid. And it's on Base and Binance. $15 million market cap. If virtuals went to $1 billion. Man, this thing, I mean, I'm going to wait a couple days because it was actually like up at the top when I found it this morning at like 5.7. I want it to come back down a little bit. And I think the market's going to dip for the next couple days. So we might be able to catch this sub 5 cents. So throw it on your watch list if you want. If not, It is what it is. All right, so yeah, AI was 11. I thought it was like 14 cents, bro, when I bought a bunch of it. I mean, I'm not a bunch, but me, 200-300 bucks. Yeah, bid looks good. I aped exactly, bro. Your network is your net worth. Yup. So creator bid is my last D-side bag that I'm adding. That's it. I can't spread myself too thin. Like I feel like buying like $300 bags, having 15 of them is just spreading too thin. I'd rather have like 7 $500 bags or $600 bags and go in a little harder. So I'm in my biggest bag is in Dynex, OX, DNX, because that's up almost 100%. My next biggest bag is in Research Coin. That's Brian Armstrong's project. I think this thing is gonna do phenomenal. Poseidon Dow, which is side, that one is decent. Hempy is a gamble. I might actually get out of this because I was looking at it. This is like way down. That this is like basically an IDO that just launched. And it's at like 250K market cap. And I don't know. It's just I bought $100 of it because it just was a cool project, but I think it might be time to exit. I don't think this is going to do nearly as good as like Bill Nye, Noble Blocks, Creator Bid. So what's that? Bill Nye, Poseidon, 3, 4. Well, Dynex isn't really D-side. Dynex is more AI and quantum, I would say. Quantum as a service with their models. Yeah, bro. Dynex is the one. I'm like Dynex is at the top of my list, the most bullish. If people understand, starting to trying to learn how this quantum shit works with the zeros and the ones and how they could be both at any time. And with Dynex's new models that they have, all right, the Chat GBT and these new ones are at like 105 qubits, or no, IBM's new models and Facebook and Google's, I think, are 105 to 125 qubits. Dynex's model runs at 10,000. So this is like the perfect bridge before we get to quantum. So I really like it. Yeah, bro. Cubic is up there too. Cubic, Dynex. I'm the most bullish on. I think. What else? And then stuff like Flare. Hey, what happened to OXO? That thing disappeared. Oh, there it is. Only up 1%. Damn, that thing is crashing down. This thing was up like 50% earlier today. But all AI, like Cubic, yeah, I'm so bullish on like PTGC, but like Axelar and the real world asset stuff, like that's different. Like I know it's going to do good. Spectra, I think it's going to do phenomenal. But yeah, bro, Cubic, Dynex. There's just certain coins like Flare. Today was our monthly drop. I just got between my staking rewards last month and the monthly drop, I got over 4,000 Flare. So I'm happy with that. My bag is growing and there's still nine more monthly drops left. So that's like should be another 30,000 coins around there that I should be getting. And Flare, they just started bringing the DeFi stuff over to XRP. Hey guys, I saw this today. U.S. clarity for digital asset legislation may leave non-native tokens as securities. They're going to hold this up. All right. The stablecoin bill is going to get passed. I think there's going to be something that happens with Japan or some kind of crisis, more no bids with the bond market. I mean, who knows what a war breaking out. There's so many things that can happen. The markets are so uneasy right now. What's going to happen is something is going to break Japan. They're going to start dumping treasuries. We're going to rush through our stablecoin bill. That's going to bring liquidity back to the markets. And they're going to stall this second bill to let, after the liquidity shit happens, they want to give certain projects an advantage. Everything is not organic. There's chosen winners. The world is a stage. So they're going to release certain technologies, release certain winners, and give them a head start against others. So I think they're going to hold this bill up for a little while until there's a problem in the market, the bubble bursts. Like, I really think we're going to have a run up to like $10 trillion, have a blow off top next year, maybe the end of this year. Like, I don't know. Like, no one knows. But there's going to be a huge crypto bubble. Micro Saylor is going to blow this shit up. If it's the end of this cycle, if it's in 2027, whenever it ends, it's going to get nasty. But they're going to give certain cryptos a head start. And that's what's going to happen. And I think they're going to be more the ones that everyone is shitting on now. All the dinosaur coins that are boring. Hedera and Stellar and XRP, Quant, Chainlink, Algorand, Flare, Axelar, XDC, Velo, Stronghold. Those are the coins I'm going to be wanting when the institutions flood in. You know who owns 2% of the XLM supply? What company out there owns 2% of it? I'll give you a hint. The company names with Ripe. JB Diamond was flooding bonds this week. Dude, yeah, but he's actually telling the truth, because the bond market is going to implode. There was a no bid like 3 weeks ago. The Fed had to buy back all the bonds because no one wanted them. Like the ship officially came to a screeching halt, and now it's filling up with water. Like, I don't know how it hasn't sunk yet. Everything is manipulated. But Circle's IPO hits 1.1 billion as the firm sells shares above market range. This is huge. Circle and its backers sold 34 million shares at $31 to net 1.1 billion. Look, notice that it's always the 1.1, 6.9. I'm surprised it wasn't $33 a share. The firm could have a market value of 6.9 and a fully diluted value of 8.1. That's more than the 896 million Circle expected to raise. So, guys, Circle is now unleashed. And we could have got shares on Link too, but it's all right. And I saw this article. This is so funny. Trump's crypto ties cloud digital asset legislation in Congress. Can you guess the person who came out with this? Our favorite committee ranking member, Maxine Waters, the 82-year-old dementia patient that literally couldn't tell you what the hell blockchain or digital assets even are. But yet she's out here bashing Trump. Cited examples of President Trump hosting a dinner for his top meme coin holders who reportedly paid $148 million for the opportunity to attend, and suggested Trump could use market structure to put Americans' money in his digital wallet. Oh, really? Let's see all the money that's been in your wallet, you greasy scumbag. All these people it's just disgusting, guys. It literally is a clown show. It's called political theater for a reason. The bill puts our national security at risk. Some of the riskiest activities are broadly exempted from this bill. The rushed, overly complicated bill will increase investor harm, which already runs rampant in today's crypto market, referring to the Clarity Act. So that's the act that they're going to hold up on, and they're going to go back and forth on and just FUD the shit out of crypto again, causing people to just say, it's all right, I'll wait. I'm not going to buy right now. I'm not going to buy. Don't worry. I'll just wait, whatever. That stuff's still a scam. But when ETH is 15 grand, then people are going to buy it, which is so sad because that shit could change people's lives right now. And JP Morgan to offer crypto ETF financing, considering letting clients use crypto as loan collateral. No way. Did I not tell you guys this for months and months and months? That when the ETFs are in kind, that's when things are going to start to change. And now JP Morgan Jamie Dimon, who was telling you crypto was the biggest scam. If you own it, you're fired. And now, guess what? He's doing everything. What do you know? These guys are just slime balls. Yep. I'm here. I hear oil is what's going to cause them to collapse because they import everything. So a war in the Middle East or Ukraine nonsense or Europe something. But regardless, that's where it's going to start. Once it starts inflating, that it's exactly, bro. That's when it all comes. That's what I'm waiting for, because I'm positioned for after this happens. Once the dominoes start to fall, and this market is completely different, us holding the right assets are going to come out on top. And I don't know if that's tomorrow. I don't know if Japan breaks in a month. It could be 6 months. It could be in 2 years. I don't care. I'm in crypto for the long term. This isn't just a buy a meme coin, get rich overnight. I'm plotting and planning out these assets to pay me for the rest of my life. To borrow against them, throw them in liquidity. Guys, we have no idea how high the prices of these cryptos can go. Did anyone ever think Amazon could get to the prices it got? Nvidia? If you told people there'd be $1 trillion stock in 2000, they would have laughed at your face. That would have been impossible. And now here it is. Bitcoin hit 100 grand and it's useless. Imagine a network that actually moves value around the world at light speed. It's crazy. Everything's ass backwards, but we're going to get it right. For you guys that are holding Cubic, that are holding even Veracity, I'm so bullish on still. Stronghold and Velo. Like there's so many quality projects out here that are just in the dumps. And I just know once like Stellar and Overledger and micropayments and everything you're doing for business to business payments, it's going to be huge, guys. I know within the next 2 to 3 years, things are going to change, but you have to be early to this stuff and you have to be holding it and say, damn, I'm willing to hold this asset while others appreciate and do better because I know in the long term, I will win out more. These other things will die out while others continue to grow and suck up market share. Hedera is just sleeping down there, sitting here. Hedera can easily get to $20, $30, $50, guys. Easily in the future. Crypto's going to hundreds of trillions of dollars in market cap in probably 3 to 5 years. That means we have coins that could be at 25 trillion. Bitcoin could, in theory, get 10 times bigger, but I don't think it's going to be Bitcoin. There's going to be the next Bitcoin, which I have a feeling is going to be XRP. And if it's not that, it's going to be Ripple stock. And then if it's not that, Ondo is going to blow up. They're just going to put everything on there. But I don't think that's going to happen. Everybody's already came out and said the future is in decentralized open source networks. They're all saying it. They can all have their private chains to settle on and do whatever they need. But privacy is coming, guys. And that's a huge thing stopping the industry right now is privacy. We need a digital ID where we can log on and use on social media so there can't be 1,000 bot accounts and spam and all this shit. Like, where's a platform where you register with like your driver's license and you get on and that's it? If you don't have a driver's license, you can't get on. If you don't KYC, you can't get on. Like, I want some of that. Like, how great would that be if Twitter had no bots on it and it was real? But will we ever see that world? I don't know. But without digital IDs and some layer of privacy that Hedera has been working on with Algorand and Ripple to build for years now to figure out how do we tie this together to have one ID that gets you in everywhere where you don't have to KYC at every single step of the way and give your information to all these third parties. That's not the solution. The solution is being worked on right now. We're just not there yet. But if you want to be successful in crypto, you have to think long term and go against the herd. Don't even go on crypto Twitter unless you're on there to follow incredible researchers like Smoke Dog. That's an account who you want to go follow. what is it? SM. Yeah, Smoke Dog right here. This guy just drops alpha all day long. So instead of going and like arguing with people or like just reading dumb shit, just go just scroll down his page. I guarantee you there's a rabbit hole you'll go down and you'll click something will catch your eye and you'll be like, oh shit, what is that? Because he's always providing documents, documented proof. It's not just bullshit. These are everything he posts is sorted or cited, real documents, everything he posts, but people will just ignore it. It's like people don't have the brain capacity to take this shit in, or there's like a mental block there. It's like when you see these Democrats and Republicans arguing, it's like there's a mental block there. They cannot pass. When you're looking at flat earthers or globe earthers, there's a block there. People don't pass. So these freaking people have figured out ways to divide people and make people just shut off to certain stuff. And they've done that in crypto to where people just put their freaking thumbs in their ears, just la, 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 I don't hear you. I don't hear you. And they just, I don't know what it is. But if you actually take time and you look into this shit, it's so obvious who the winners are. They're telling you in the documents. They leave breadcrumbs of what they're doing. They can't just flip the system without saying, yeah, it was all here. There was evidence right here the whole time. Karmic retribution. They have to tell you their plan. And within everything. The Interledger protocol allows XRP to scale infinitely to meet the needs of 7 to 8 billion people. Can Bitcoin do that? Not without an L2, not without forking, or it's just not possible. They've tried. It's failed for payments. Ripple was the second crypto ever created. Back in like 2012. So there's so much good stuff. The Tokenizer. Another great account to follow. If you want research. Instead of just wasting time on Twitter. There's actually really good information. And this is the stuff that I follow. I don't get involved with the drama and stuff. Wow, my internet just doesn't work. This is crazy. Man, where's my sponsor Bybit to send me a new computer? All right, I'm not even going on there. You get the point. There's so much alpha that's out there. But I actually go through and I read it. And that's what I try to share with you guys. That's why I constantly show you the same projects over and over and over. Today, yeah, I found Creator Bid, which we saw what Virtual did. So for a lottery ticket, instead of throwing it in a meme coin, like I heard Bill the Bull and Chris's stream, it like blew me away. When Bill was talking, he was like, yeah, this is a great project where you can wake up tomorrow and know your bag is still there. Imagine being in that position where you're holding cryptos where you could literally wake up tomorrow and think, shit, this thing is gone. There's no liquidity. Like, I'm so over that feeling. Like, I want my lottery tickets to be in shit like this, in the Creator Bid that launched Aeon 5100, which is a project that I hold, which number 8 is Bill Nye, the side with the DeSci guy, who is founder that I follow, is a cool dude, and he's here every day building and streaming. Like, these are people that I'm trying to support. Switch.win with Brandon. And if you want to buy Creator Bid, buy it on Switch.win. Stop using Aerodrome. Stop using MetaMask. Support good people. Switch.win will be supporting Morpheus very soon. And if you notice, like, Morpheus is always all over Twitter every day in the Titan X ecosystem here grinding. Brandon's building projects left and right with Build a Tech. Just grinding. Like, this is the stuff that I'm supporting now. So I'm going to give you guys the DGEMS plays that are actually gems. So when you go and say, all right, my lotto ticket, it's actually in a project that has a potential hot narrative that actually has a use case and is growing. And then you pair that up with your saucer swaps and your Sologenics and your Pulse X's. You get your decks on each chain. I sold some Spectre at like $3.25 the last run up because this thing is so volatile. It'll go from $2 to $3 overnight. So I took $100 or 100 coins out and rotated it into like research coin or something. I don't even remember. But I was just looking at my portfolio and Spectre pumped up. It was at the top. So I moved it into stables. And then when I found Dynex or whatever coin or research coin, I put it into that. Yeah, like we were up here like 2 weeks up here. Yeah, at like $3 a week or so ago. Yep. And I put that 300 like to Poseidon DAO or something like that and just rolling it in to these new projects. But it's not like I haven't bought a new project since I told you guys about Spectre, Research Coin, or Research Hub, Poseidon, and Bill Nye. And that was like, I want to say May 9th or 10th, around there. So it's been almost a month that I've bought a project when I got into Creator Bid today. So it's not like I'm out here just blasting away. Like I'll go 2-3 weeks without buying a coin. You know, I might move something into stables like OXO. That pumped up hard. I didn't even see it until it was back down to 9 cents. If I had saw it up at 12, I would have sold it and put it into stables and let it drip back down 30% and rebought it. But unless you're here paying attention, which I'm not, I'm farming now these days. Our garden's huge. We got chickens and we got like just a lot of shit to do. Building out a cage for them, like cleaning up the yard. So I enjoy that much more than sitting in front of the computer. So if I know I own the best projects out here, I'm staked everywhere I can. So I'm earning passive income. It's just a matter of time. You don't have to do anything else. There's nothing you can do right now. If you're trying to force shit, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. If you say, all right, I have to go get gains tomorrow, you're going to just, that's when you are going to lose. Like you have to let the pump come to you. You know, yeah, some people do win, but 99% are going to get burnt. Because you're going to get shilled stuff that is pumped. Like very rarely are people going on here and hyper shilling a coin that is down in the dumps saying, now's the buy zone. Now's the buy zone. You're always seeing stuff after it pumped. Look how good this coin's done. Yo, I'm guilty of that too. I'm taking a screenshot of like the best coin that's pumped that day. Because if I post a chart of like freaking Flare right now, no, Flare's actually doing all right, but whatever coin. PTGC, no one gives a shit. PTGC, now's the time to buy. It's going to be up 20x higher in 6 months. And people are going to be FOMOing back in. But that's just the way it is. Man, this is so brutal trying to use. I'm just going to leave it here. But yeah, guys, we got the Pump Fund coin launching tomorrow. That's going to dilute the shit out of Solana. It's going to make people sell the Solana coin and get into the Pump coin. It's actually going to be horrible for Solana. Like they're going downhill so fast. Like I told you guys, it was the top last year when that meme, when they were doing the live stuff and it got taken down. That was it. Never been the same. Never been the same. Now they're launching a Pump.Fund tire. And I posted something and they said like Pump.Tires belongs, or Pump.Fund belongs to Israel and always will or something. Like that shit was crazy. Mo Magic, what's up, bro? Mr. Rock Jockey, appreciate you. Hex Monkey, good to see you. Mr. Mobius. Another couple months, bro. This time next year, bro, I know you're going to be able to hang up. You're going to be able to fucking throw the tools in the shed and lock them in there and just go on vacation for 6 months or do whatever the hell you want. I know it, bro. I know it. Just hang in there. We learned our lesson with these coins when they ran up. But this market, no one knows. And that's why you always got to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. I have my long-term portfolio set aside, my XRP, my Stellar, my Quant, Hedera. All that is in a long-term portfolio where I'm not touching it. Then I got my stuff this cycle that I plan on selling out of, the stuff that I think is going to do well. The Titan X ecosystem, Morpheus, Stronghold, Velo. But I don't know, like all the Pulse Chain stuff. take profits on. I think it's going to dip and you'll have other entries. All the DeSci stuff is going to be a huge bubble. But when that bubble pops, there's going to be projects that thrive in that chaos. And that those are the ones that I'm packed in for I think how this is going to play out in the future, where certain networks are going to adopt a majority of the use from the banks, institutions, even the BIS, the central bank, essential banks, has only ever mentioned 2 cryptos. Why is that? Those are the ones I'd want to be invested in if I were you. So I don't know. Solana stuff makes me nervous with Solana. It's desperation. They need more. I haven't said it. A lot of people are saying it. They need more utility on the network. Stuff like ZBEC. That coin's been getting a lot of attention. It's been doing well. Like we bought that, and I bought it in Lindsay's wallet because I refused to get a Solana wallet. I don't even want to support it. But guys, just scroll down smoke stuff. He's constantly reposting. I don't know why. If I'm just getting the same tweet over and over, if I'm like, my shit's so slow, it won't refresh. ISO 22 site shows approved request to enable Ripple's interledger on the Swift network. See for yourself. So these guys are constantly searching. Yes, I can confirm that when my first company was building out the interledger network, we worked closely with entities like Modulo Foundation that are far traditional, so institutional, have greater needs for things like ISO compliance. So Austin King, he was on with Jake Claver. They're friends. And he had him on for a stream about Omni. I'm sure they talk personally, and there's stuff that he talks about in his private group that he won't say publicly. So when I'm there every day just hearing little bits and pieces. Oh, you hear this information, you see this tweet right here. You watch another stream, and then you just start putting pieces together. And over the last 5 years, to me, the puzzles have came together. And it's obvious to me what they're setting up for in the future. And this shit is so slow, I can't even use it anymore. This is really starting to piss me off. But juice switch.win. Stop using Uniswap. Stop using Aerodrome. Stop using MetaMask Swap. If it's not PulseX, which hopefully Switch will be coming to Pulse Chain in the future, but it's a lot of building, I believe, to build something out on Pulse Chain the right way. And think about how cool it would be to have a world where if you went to Uniswap, you could pair up any coins. It didn't have to be ETH or USDC. Imagine if you could go on to Uniswap right now and pair up more King or no, King's not whatever. AION and I don't know, Morpheus. We need our own liquidity pools that we can control. And that's the future. Decentralized liquidity pools. And you already see it all over Pulse Chain. That's why I love Pulse Chain so much, because it's so far ahead of the DeFi world. It's mind-blowing that people don't see it. And I just really believe there's going to be a day where the value of these networks are actually reflected in the price, where it's not just this hype and speculation and just nonsense around here, and got goofballs like Crypto Banter out here and Invest Answers, and these guys just hyper shilling this garbage. And they know better. They know better. That's the thing. But that's the world we live in. And you got to just go against the herd. You got to pick up what you can from the mainstream, see what they're talking about, and almost inverse trade it like Kramer. If Banter is bullish on something, I'm bearish. It's like every time he's bullish on something, look out. It's like the inverse banter now. But I think Bitcoin's coming down a little bit, maybe touch 100, and then we go up and make new all-time highs. And I think we run until July, maybe mid-June. I mean, we on the 6-month candle, Bitcoin has never printed 6 green monthly candles or 7 greens. And this, if we print another one after June, it would be a record. So Bitcoin's never done that before. So I'm thinking Bitcoin has till the end of July to stall out, maybe August. But again, guys, no one knows. That's why it's just pack the right bags and sit and wait and let the pump come to you, because it will. And it's going to be explosive as hell. There's going to be a massive rotation. The institutions, guys, are sitting on billions and billions of dollars. And it's going to rotate hard into the XRP ledger, into Flare, into Chainlink, into Solana, into all the American cryptos. They're going to pump all of them because they're going to make them tax-free. So you're going to see across the board fireworks. So use these dips as opportunities. If you have money right now that you can put in, you're one of the few out there, because a lot of people are just tapped out right now. And I don't blame them. Like, no one saw this coming. No one thought Bitcoin could do this alone without any rotation. Yeah, the random altcoin moved, but that's just pure luck, honestly. Like, people that hit Caspa, people that hit virtual and like Mantra before it rugged. I consider that mostly pure luck, but that's all I got tonight. Smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. YouTube, for some reason, gives me 10 subscribers every stream I do. But we're getting there, the road to 3K. Peace.